had just got off work. We was talking about going out that night. I had bought some pills and shit. I had some pills and bought some liquor, but I ain't drink or take none of the pills. I was just tired from working and I like passed out or something. Cause we went to Dugan's first. We went to the one on Flat Shaw. We got up there and my baby mama, her little sister couldn't get in. So it was like, fuck it, we're gonna go to the one on Memorial Drive. When we was leaving, my baby mama just got like a little red little sports car, and I was in the Ram. She pulled off on me, and I was like, oh, hell no, you know what I'm saying? I remember that part. Hold on one second. Hello? Yeah, I'm in the driveway. I said, yeah, I'm in the driveway. All right. Yeah. So, she pulled off in front of me. She took off. And I took off behind her. And I got back in front of her. When I got in front of her, like a car was in like the median. And like they somewhat like pulled out in front of me and I tried to dodge them. I dodged them. I lost control of the car and I hit the median. And I was in the middle on that grass. And the mother was like fishtailing. I seen a sign in the median, like one of them no U-turn signs or something. And in my mind, I'm like, I can't hit this sign. And I dodged the sign. But I overcorrected because when I touched that concrete again, like that truck got straight traction. It just shot right up the driveway. That bitch went in the air, hit 2 trees. All I remember, like right before the impact, my little brother, he said, he's like, Justin. And I was like, shit, I got you. So all that, I swear, that's all I remember. Right before we hit that tree, I was like, I got you. Then after that, boom. I remember it was like, you know how like on the movies when them lights be real bright and you can't really tell what's behind it. You can hear the voices, but you can't see what's behind that light. It was like that. It was like a whole bunch of bright lights. But I could hear everybody around me. And I heard everybody screaming, it's a fire, fire. Then that's when I like to start seeing again. Like my vision started coming back in a little bit. And I see my baby mama, she grabbed me. She started trying to pull me out the car. And she was telling them, she was screaming, trying to get folks to help them pull out the car. But I ain't see my brother and I ain't see Black. But I seen like a whole bunch of other folk. I remember passing out again. I remember waking back up in the hospital. I could still move then though. I was in pain, but I could still move. I was talking shit and everything. And then she went back out of it. And I remember waking up again. It was like 4 or 5 months later. No, like 3 or 4 months later. And me really waking up and understanding what was going on. They had me so doped up on all them drugs and shit, I couldn't control my body. It was like, I'd be telling myself one thing, but my body would be doing a whole nother thing. And it was like that. I was on a time schedule, so like when my body finally started wearing off the drugs, it'd be the same TV show on every day. Peter pop off, or Prophet, some prophet, black dude, prophet dude, some gospel chant every day. And then I see my baby mama and my mama coming in there every day. They be in there praying over me. I finally went to the Shepherd Center. And everybody around me was all happy. But I didn't understand what they was happy about because I didn't know what the Shepherd Center was. But shit, when I got there, boy, life got real. That's when they explained to me how serious my situation was. Like I was stable again. But that's when they explained to me that I was, like what I broke. I broke my C6, C7. It's like, shit, that's like your highest. You got your C's, and you got your lumbar, and you got your T's. You know what I'm saying? Higher up is more damage. Or more you gonna lose, higher the injury. And I'm a C6. So when I first came home, when I first got out of it, I couldn't breathe on my own, couldn't move my arms or nothing. But I had a doctor named Sanjay Gupta. He had did a fusion surgery on my spine. And he gave me back my arms, but not my hands. No, not my hands completely. I could still move my my fingers a little bit. But, you know what I'm saying? They was telling me that I was supposed to get an electric chair. But the shepherd chair, you know what I'm saying, they push you past your means, you know what I'm saying? They don't go by what people say, it's by what you want to do. I got kids, man, so fuck that. I just can't be stuck.
Hello? Yeah, what up, boy? You ready? Alright, so we're gonna meet up there like around 12, right? I bet. You know, I'm gonna have like two people with me. Like, one's gonna be doing the audio, then one just gonna be capturing like little behind the scenes footage and stuff. Alright, that's a bet, bro. I'm gonna see you like around 12. Yeah.
I'm blessed, bro. Let me get that back. All right, they're good. I know you put that shit out. I'm sure. Hey, dude. Start the shit off, bro. Oh, damn, hold on. My bad, mama about to bring my food. Some shit.
You about to bring it up here?
Some shit. You about to ride, bro. I gotta get my car washed and I gotta get the kids back. Yeah.
You finna pull up.
Hold on there. Hello? I was talking to Cemetery. I'm here with DJ. I'm up here with DJ. Where you at? All right, then you can meet me at the car wash. Meet me at, I guess, finish line. At finish line. Right down Memorial. I'm right across the street, the car wash. I'm going to the finish line first. You can meet me over there. Yes. All right. You called you, bro.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, you meet there though. I guess shit. Go back to the hood.
You gonna get your check first?
You gonna get your car?
If you pay
They
for
got
it.
it.
So the accident was February 26th at like 12 o'clock in the morning, 2012. And our wedding was August 18th, 2012. That was a very scary day for me. Me and Justin met in the 8th grade at Stone Mountain Middle School. We was together then, and then we broke up, and I went to a different school. I went to Tucker High School, and I was standing outside at the bus stop with my twin, and Justin pulled up, and he asked me, did I want to ride home? And I said yes, and we started talking from there every day.
Nah, I'm gonna need my car. You gotta get your car and drop it. You drop your car right there.
Oh, you finna get your car washed? Damn, nigga, this something got wet on you now?
Yeah.
Go ahead, y'all.
She better have for
I
them.
got my glasses on. I gotta pick my glasses up.
I bet.
Oh! Oh!
That nigga stupid.
She know she don't give a damn. Roll right over this shit.
Playing with the wrong one.
The night was going good. I had went and got my hair done. I was trying to go out and get over having a miscarriage. I had just had a miscarriage a week before his accident, and he was taking me out to get over it. He basically was racing me, and there was a car in front of him, and he swerved over in the left lane in front of me to avoid hitting that car, and he was this close from hitting that car. And he went up on the median, and from there he couldn't get control of the truck. I thought he had control because the front of the truck was straight, but the back end was fishtailing, and then he went up the hill and snagged the tree.
We hit the tree, boom. In my mind, I thought, like, when I seen the tree coming, it's like I thought, like, if I jump forward, I can go out the window. Like, I tried to time it or something. I don't know what was running through my mind. I tried to time it.
I almost got hit by a car trying to get to them. When I got up the hill, the car was on fire, so I kept running up to the car and back down the hill because I didn't know if it was going to explode. The tree was in front of someone's house, so they came outside with a water hose and they put the fire out. And I kept calling Justin's name, but I couldn't hear anything. He wasn't saying anything. Nobody had got out the truck. Nobody was moving.
So who had got you out the car first?
When they first hit the tree, my brother, he got knocked out. He was knocked out. He jumped out looking for me because he was like, he couldn't find me. He couldn't find me.
When I looked back down the hill, I saw Justin's brother. I don't know how he got out the car, but he was pacing back and forth. And I kept calling Justin's name, but he wasn't saying anything. Finally, he started calling my name, and he said, "Yana, get me out the car. I can't breathe." I thought he couldn't breathe because of the fire, the smoke. So I went and I started pulling his arms. And everybody kept telling me, "Don't pull him, don't pull him." And he kept telling me he couldn't move, he couldn't get out the car, but I was still trying to pull him out because he kept telling me he couldn't breathe, and I thought that's why. So the ambulance came, my brother and the rest of our friends came, and they were trying to get him out the car. So when the ambulance came, they got him out. Justin, they put him in the back of the ambulance and they started poking his legs. They was asking him could he feel it, and he said no. I was on the phone with his mom and she was asking me was he okay. To me, he was okay because he was talking. I told her he said he couldn't feel his legs, and she just started screaming at me. She told me he wasn't okay. Got to the hospital. He was in the emergency room acting a plum fool. He was screaming, saying somebody was pulling his hair, and he wanted to get up. He couldn't move.
You don't remember none of that?
I remember going to the hospital. I remember when I got in the hospital the first day, but I don't remember how they remember it. They remembered that I was tripping. But in my mind, I felt like the doctors was trying to attack me or something. Right? It was like, you know, that was like a head trauma too. You know what I'm saying? Everything was traumatized for me.
It was real hard seeing Jabari cry. Jabari didn't want to go to the hospital to see him. When he did go, he wouldn't look at Justin. He just kept looking up at the ceiling.
What emotion you feeling?
It hurts because it's bringing back all the memories. I was hurt just seeing my kids go through that. Just seeing him laying in the hospital, not moving, him not being at home with us. Knowing he was never gonna walk again.
Did it make you angry at all?
No, I wasn't angry, but I blamed myself because I usually don't go out. And the day I decided to go out, this happened. So I blamed myself for that for a long time.
When I walked in the room, I couldn't even look at him. I couldn't even look at him. It was like, I walked in there, I looked at him for the first time, and then I had to walk away, and it was like a window right there. And I just kept walking to that window because it was like, I just couldn't stare at him because it was like, it's not going to be the same no more. It made me feel like, I just hated stuff after that. Just like, ain't nothing going to be the same no more. You ain't going to be able to do a lot of stuff that I used to do with him. I couldn't do nothing. But it just made me think of stuff way different than, different than how it was before he got in the car accident. He couldn't even talk when I walked in there. It was like, he couldn't talk, I couldn't look at him. I walked in there. Then my mom was like, Jabari, look at him. I couldn't.
All I remember my little brother John, he was like, bruh. I said, I got you. That's like the last conversation I remember having with him for a minute.
Them niggas forgot about me. Them niggas like I wasn't even in the accident. Niggas, hey, these niggas leave. Everybody leave the scene, nigga, and I'm still at the scene. Like, nigga, what the fuck? All right, nigga, I gotta find a ride to the hospital and shit. Nigga, like that shit fucked up.
That was that phone call to tell your mama, nigga.
Man, I'll never get that shit. Mama was like, mama called me. Oh, he mouthed the fuck out me. So I called Mom, I'm like, yo.
I said, Mom, we were in a car accident. And I said, okay.
Mom was like this, y'all got into an accident. Y'all gonna fucking kill me. I was like, all right, yeah, but yeah, we got into an accident. She's like, let me talk to Justin. No, she's like, who was driving? I said, Justin. She's like,
well, let me speak to him. And he said, oh, well, I can't let you speak to him because the ambulance has him. I said, well, then he's not okay.
She's like, well, everybody's not fucking all right. And just started cussing me the fuck out. I was like, all right, well, gotta go. I ain't got the phone and shit, but yeah, that shit was crazy, dog.
And I got in the car. I think I made it there as soon as the ambulance made it there. I believe I made it there around the same time.
I remember everything up until like riding up that hill, bro. I don't remember passing out, but I know I passed the fuck out.
Oh, you didn't say you passed. Well, yeah, you said you passed out. You just went limp.
But what, nigga? Just passed the fuck out. I talked to this nigga Justin. The last thing I told this nigga, I looked at this nigga, I said, when I realized that shit's going bad, goddamn, I look at this nigga, I say, bruh. This nigga Justin like in slow motion look at me and say, I got it, bro. I'm about to, alright, pass out. The nigga, what? Boy, wake up to a tree in the fucking sitting next to us. Fucking right. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
When I found out I was pregnant with Justin, I had tumors. So they told me that I wouldn't be able to carry him for term because he wouldn't make it basically because of all the tumors that I had. I knew then Justin was a fighter. Justin was born May 7th, 1987. Let me see, it was around 1:30 in the afternoon. Justin's always been strong-willed, always wanted to help someone, no matter what. He always thought he could take care of everybody. When his dad and I started having problems, he was a little thing, but he thought he's supposed to be the man of the house. So he really made sure his brothers and sisters were okay. He always thought that he was our protector. He always thought he was supposed to be the provider. Without a job. But he was always that kind of kid. And when he grew up to be a young man, I knew he was going to be something special. And I knew that there was a reason when he had his accident that between my two boys, that if anything was to happen, it would have been him. Because Justin could handle things far better than any of my other children. I knew he would be the one who could handle what he's going through. And with all that, he's been a trooper. I mean, he has persevered. You're going to make me cry in a minute.
Growing up, just me, my brother, me, and my sister. So all three was always close. But then, like, after the accident, when he, became paralyzed, like, shit, everything changed. It wasn't just his life that changed. It was like everybody, life changed. Cause shit, you got one of the people that that everybody depend on. Now he got down the person who depend on everybody. You know what I mean? Like shit. Now he a dependent. So everybody's life changed. It really just made us like slick, close.
It really messed up like everybody around me that seen it, that witnessed it. Like it messed everybody up, bro. It changed everybody in its own way. Me and bro, it was like a reality check. Like you can lose it in a matter of seconds. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing that Justin lost from the accident was, his mobility. Like that nigga still the same mental. You know what I'm saying? Still the same Justin. You know what I'm saying? He just now he got to figure out new ways to do the same type of shit. But shit, even like you see, like that's crazy. Like this man can't use his hands, but this motherfucker just beat me in Madden. You feel me? Like nigga, and I'm talking about I don't take no days off with nobody. I don't give a fuck who you is. My girl, my mama, my handicapped brother. I don't give a shit. Maybe that mean I ain't good as I thought I was. Shit, but yeah, like he just beat my ass in Madden. You know what I mean? And that just show you like that just the person Justin is. The heart, the type of heart he got. You know what I'm saying? Like. I don't give a fuck what the fuck. I don't give a fuck if tomorrow they tell that nigga he gotta get everything amputated off. But it's something that he gotta do, that's gotta be done, he gonna find a way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess one day he got tired of watching us just kick shit and play the game. So shit, he learned how to play that shit. But yeah, like, ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing changed, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm kicking shit with my brother, and he do some fuck shit I don't like, I still get on him. I still talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody, you know what I mean? Like the only, like I said, the only thing different about him that from somebody else, anybody else that I fuck with, is that he in a wheelchair.
I remember him laying there at Grady Hospital, and the doctor told me that he was paralyzed, and that whatever we needed to say to each other, say it now, because they're gonna have to um, put a tube down his throat, and he won't be able to speak to us anymore. So we told each other we loved each other, and that he was gonna be okay. And that was the last thing. And then that's when he went under. And I think he was in the hospital at Grady Hospital from the end of January, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, I might be a little bit off with the dates. But he was in Grady from January till around April. He was in ICU the whole time, and I worked really hard to make sure he got into Shepherd, because everyone told me get him in Shepherd. So I made sure he got into Shepherd. I remember when they transferred him to Shepherd. I remember him going in, and they start just working on him. And it was about 2 days he was in Shepherd, and they called me into his room, and they said, we want to show you something. And he said, hi, Mom. And I was like, oh my God. You know, I heard his voice again. And they start feeding him, letting him take food to see how he could handle eating food. But he had to have a thing. He had to have a little thing that would cover his throat so he could speak to us. But it would take a lot out of him, so he couldn't speak long. But every time somebody would come in the room, he'd tell him, put the thing in, so everyone could hear his voice. And I honestly knew then, we all hoped and prayed that he was going to walk again. But he told us to please stop saying that. Let him adjust to his life the way it's going to be. Don't keep saying I'm going to walk again. And so we stopped. But in my mind, I said he's going to walk again. If any of my kids could handle this, he can. He's going to walk again. But of course, it didn't happen. But he told us, don't say it, because I need to learn how to deal with what my life is going to be like.
We went in the little room, and it was having to meet my mom, my dad, me, my baby mama. So we all met up and just sitting there. It was time for all the doctors. They had different doctors. They all specialized. They had the brain doctor, the spinal doctor, the doctor that like the physical therapist to tell how much your strength levels are. All that. They had everybody in the room. And then they was just like, you know what I'm saying? My main doctor, he was in a wheelchair too, you know what I'm saying? He basically was the same quad as me. He was the same level of injury as me almost, you know what I'm saying? And so he set us down. He was like, look, man, you straight up, you're C6, C7 quad. You're not walking again. You know what I'm saying? It's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a day that, like a game changer, you know what I'm saying? You'll be lucky to get something back, basically, you know what I'm saying? No, don't give up, but, you know what I'm saying? Don't give up, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a good chance you're never gonna get it back, you know? That day was like, boy, it was like a crusher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That day knocked the wind out of myself, for real. Like, I ain't had that same go and drive to keep going to work out every morning after that. You know what I'm saying? But then after a while, you know what I'm saying, Jabari and Jalen came in there. They still need a daddy, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta make something out of you, man. You gotta make whatever you got, you gotta make it the best. And that was just like, that's the goal now, to be the best dad I could be.
Justin as a pops, Justin as a dad, I think Justin's a dope dad. You know what I'm saying? I think the kids they lucky to have my brother the pops. You know what I'm saying? Like Justin ain't had the best example of a dad. You know what I'm saying? My dad he wasn't always around me. He let us know that he loved us. You know what I'm saying? He was just, but he was distant. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad wasn't in the home with us, I should say. And so from coming up to seeing that, to being with Justin is, I think it's awesome. You know what I'm saying? My brother always been a part of his kid life. You know what I'm saying? Always slept in the same house as his, as his kids. And for somebody like me, I think that's commendable. You know what I'm saying? Especially for somebody who lived in a single parent household. So I think that I respect him for that. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to him for that.
When they were younger, they did everything together. I mean, he would be out there playing ball, doing all different kind of things with them. Jalen, which is the youngest one, he never really knew Justin not walking. I mean, even though I think Jalen had to have been 2 or 3. So he never really knew Justin not walking. He thought it was the coolest thing ever to see his dad in a chair. Whereas Bari, it took a toll on him because him and Justin did so much together. And now the roles have changed in terms of how they deal with each other. It's more now of, I'm not going to say a caregiver role, but he has a lot of responsibility when it comes to his dad. Make sure he's, and again, Jabari is a lot like his dad. He's one of those people who want to make sure everything's okay. So he in turn tries to make sure Justin's okay. He's in at night. He can get to in his chair. I mean, he's learned to do all these things. So the roles have he's still the dad, but the roles have kind of slightly changed because Jabari does a lot in terms of helping him with his day-to-day activity.
I didn't see my dad go through a lot. That's why, like, when I look at my dad, all the stuff that he went through, I could never put myself through that. I could never. Cause, like, everything he went through. I could put myself through.
Hi, I'm a quadriplegic and I'm in the parking deck. I need to get to the emergency room and I need to see if I can somebody help me.
once a year we know he's going to stay in the hospital. And I tell him it's not just because of the urinary tract infection, which he has, but I think too it's because Justin is always on the go. And I think that it's time for his body saying, okay, I just need to rest a little bit. So a lot of times when he goes to the hospital, it's because of that. But I also think his body just saying, I need some rest. But no, I don't panic or anything like that anymore. It's like, okay, you're there. Do you need me there now? No, Mom, don't come. You know, before I would be right there with him the whole time. But now he's got, like I said, he's very independent. So now he can go to the hospital. And I normally will wait for him in the emergency room until they put him in a room. And we used to stay with him at all times, make sure someone's with him at all times. But now he's like, no, go home, get some rest. So most of the time when we're involved is when he's in the emergency room. But once he's in his room, he's fine. And it's funny because he motivates those doctors and nurses when he's there, especially the nurses. It's so funny. They always are like, wow, he's just, you can do it on your own, or wow, I can't believe, he's just always motivation. He's not one to complain. So he's always upbeat. Where everybody else thinks he should not be, he's always upbeat. And I think sometimes he puts on just so he can make it through the day, but the majority of the time he's not one who's always worried about his situation. Now he's one who deals with the situation.
I remember one point in time, I couldn't go to sleep. Like every time I closed my eyes, I see that tree. It's like every time I would close my eyes, they used to put me on Ambien. But the Ambien didn't work. I had to stay up. My mama, they tried to make her leave, and I wouldn't let her leave. I was like, Mom, I can't. Don't leave me here. Like, bro, I'm a grown man. I feel like a little bitty kid now. You feel me? Mom, I don't want you to leave me. I need you.
You got it?
She changed my suprapubic tube. It's just a tube that go into like the lower part of your stomach, right above your private area, but like right by your pubic hair and stuff. It's a little hole. They put the tube in. And it's not that I can't pee myself, it's that the fact that I got limited hand function. So me trying to run to the bathroom and handle that real quick would lead to a lot more accidents.
With the tube, it could close really quick. The hole in his body closes really quick because it's to his bladder. So once you get the tube out of the bladder, you have to hurry up and insert the other one, or the hole can close just that quickly. So it got intense because sometimes Justin's body spazzes and the tubes won't go in. So that's the only thing that really worries me and concerns me, that I'm not doing it quick enough where it'll close up, and that means he'll require another surgery to open it back up. You're too tight.
I'm about to punch myself. Oh, baby, go ahead. The first time she did it was the scariest time because I didn't think she knew what she was doing at first. But other than that, that's the only person I really wanted. I don't like going to the doctor and have them do it because it's like a lot of people don't really know the depth of my situation. So they would think one thing and it'd be a totally different thing. I can get a UTI, and from that UTI, that could be the end of it, you know what I'm saying? That could be whatever, the end of all off of UTI, because my body gets sick, I don't know the pain. So that's like a serious, somewhat serious thing there. So I be nervous every time, but I feel better when my mama doing it.
Yeah, we get up, I need you to go in there and get my chair. I had to get it fixed because, you know what I'm saying, that back on the keep breaking, it's broke, and I kept on flipping out of it, falling.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that.
Yeah, but you gotta get that right.
Yeah, that's my legs. That's my legs.
We finally got him home. I believe it was in June or early July. May have been, you know, around that time. And he said to me, he said, Mom, I want to show you some things I've learned. He was actually going on YouTube trying to figure out how to do things on his own. So he was on YouTube and he would show me how he learned to get on the floor, get off the floor, with the help of his chair, of course, but he would use his chair as an elevator. He would sit on the edge of the chair and he would use the control to lift him up and put him down. And I was like, wow, look at you. You know, you're learning all these things on your own. And I was just so proud of him. But then I realized he had been driving. I didn't want that. I was like, oh no, please, I don't want you driving. But he was driving. He had made his own hand controls out of some crutches. He taped the crutches up on his hands and taped the crutches on the steering column of the van, and he was using that to control the van. And I said, Justin, are you driving? No, I'm not supposed to be driving, Mom. But that's how I learned that he had been driving when I found that little makeshift thing he had made to learn how to drive. So he taught himself how to drive with his homemade hand controls. And but that's Justin, because even when he was little, he would always make stuff, always make something to try to make things easier. And we're where we are now.
I love my chair. Ain't looking all aggressive. Wheels right there.
The wheels, that is my leg. Like, you're not supposed to see J's. They Georgia, they be like, man, I got some J's. They're my J's.
Gun range is near me.
Okay, here's what I found.
I've been knowing Justin probably around like 4 years now.
After the accident and everything, he was already in a wheelchair and everything. I met him through a friend of his, and pretty much ever since then we've been rocking. You know what I mean? I'm like 10 years younger than him. He about 10 years older than me. So yeah, pretty much like he be giving me advice on pretty much anything I need to, cause like that's one of my like closest friends. So I come to him on pretty much anything I need advice for. I be like, yo, bro, tell me what you think about this. And it's like 9 times out of 10, he be like, shit, I can't tell you what to do, but you know what I mean? This is what I think. And you feel me? He done been through a lot of situations where it's like he got a lot of insight on shit like that. You know what I mean? So on stuff like that, he know what he talking about. So you know what I mean? And stuff like that, like I help him out too on a lot of things. So it's really much like a give and take, like, you know what I mean? It's on both sides, you know what I mean? The friendship go both ways. Cause I mean, I help him out on a lot of things where he like, shit, he needs somebody to put gas in his car to like run in there and get a pizza or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Help him getting out, in and out the car and doctor's appointments and shit like that, and just pretty much helping him out with the kids anywhere I can, you know what I mean? Cause that's my dog, you feel me? I'm trying to get him, you feel me, to where I'm trying to get.
He look out for me, I look out for him, you know what I'm saying? He like, I don't know how to explain that. That a lot of shit, I came around Dave, when I met Dave, you know what I'm saying? I met him through somebody, and like, at the time, so he went through some tragic shit, you know what I'm saying? And his family. Some shit I couldn't even imagine at the time happening to me, you know what I'm saying? I seen he just needed somebody, just that guidance. You feel me? Not trying to say a guidance, just somebody to sit there and talk to, you know what I'm saying? Just a role model, not even, I don't want to say role model, just a male figure, you feel me? Instead of just letting him run out here and try to be like the average nigga, you know what I'm saying? You can't help everybody. Some folks don't want to hear it, and he was willing to listen, you feel me? As long as a nigga willing to listen, I'm willing to help. And at the same time, it turned out shit, him helping me. You feel me? That's my dog. And that's family, you feel me? Feed the hood there, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be all the way out there, but me being in the wheelchair, it make it kind of difficult. And then it started raining, you know what I'm saying? So I had to play the part. I had to sit back. I couldn't really get out like I wanted to and move around. But, you know what I'm saying? That just come with being in the chair, man. The kids, it was all locked down. But they ain't let the rain slow nothing down. Cece still did her thing. She still held him down like always, you feel me? So, it still turned out nice. It's just gonna get better from here.
I go over my little checklist to make sure everything is fit in the lane. So I finish is what I do. I always drop them there to show the feel when I'm done. Yeah. And I see it comes down range and things, you know, I have plant fire or something like that. And crack it, it might automatically shoot. So that's why I always keep my system down. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about people coming down range.
It's been a year now, you know what I'm saying? And my boy been gone, and it really, it's crazy because it still don't feel real, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my dog. Like, I got memories, but I got plenty of crazy memories with these. From just chilling in the hood to back in school, you know what I'm saying? From before we had kids to us having kids. And my boy, he loved his kids, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing about it. When DJ fuck with you, if he fuck with you, if he rock with you, he rock with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was loyal to that, you feel me? There's been times I didn't call him because I needed him to go run by the crib because I couldn't get there. And no problem, he was there. Ready for whatever, whoever, and whatever, you feel me? Because that's just how he rock, you know what I'm saying? He was real about it. So him being gone, it make everything feel just it's different. It make you look at certain folk different. It make you look at certain situations different. It make you always wonder, damn, what could I have done?
Yeah. You know what I want?
Sometimes I feel like, you know, the accident really, like, it really showed me, like, how naive I was of the world, you know what I mean? Because, like, a lot of people who fuck with my brother, you know, like, when we're coming up, like, they ain't around no more. They don't fuck with us like that no more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, some of his best friends, you know what I mean? Like, people that he done fought for, done shed blood with, they don't even fuck with us no more, you know what I mean? Like, it just make you think like, shit, what they was around for in the first place? Like, yeah, so that shit like every day with my brother, like, you know, he a strong motherfucker, so he try not to show you, but like, yeah, I know that shit kill him inside, you know what I'm saying?
I never gave up hope, and to this day, I still think that they're gonna come up with something that he's gonna walk again. It may not be with his own limbs, but I feel like something's gonna happen where they're gonna come up with something to help where he can stand and he'll be able to walk on his own.
I was at Walmart the other day, and I decided I ain't gonna ride my chair. And I got in the little scooter thing. But as I get in there, everything going good, bro, and I had a spasm like, wow, I'm in the back of Walmart, bro, the devil. And that mud like was real, bro. That mud turned my body sideways, so I tried to grab onto the little handle thing and wrap around it like a pole. So,
what was with you?
Yana and Ted with me, so I'm sitting there like, man, help me. I'm sitting on the floor of Walmart, bro. I'm like, man. Don't even embarrass, man. Listen, the crazy part about it was, I think folks be embarrassed by that. You know what I'm saying? They don't embarrass me no more, bro. I mean, this is life for me, bro. I'm living, bro. I'm trying it out. I'm still trying to skydive, bro. Ain't nothing changed.
Yeah, my man, Justin, my man, what are we doing in this wild harness today?
I'm about to jump out of plane.
About to jump out of a perfectly good airplane, brother. This first time doing that?
First time.
Nice, my man, nice. Funnest thing you're gonna do all day, for sure. For sure.
Get it, man.
Yeah, bro. Next time we see you, brother, we're gonna be flying high 14,000 feet. You got any famous last words for your fans out there?
I see you on the ground.
Yeah, bro. All right, man, smile big, have fun. We're gonna see you up top. Keep that big old smile on that face. Have some confidence, you're getting ready to fly high, bro. We'll see you out there. Fight to get back that way a little bit. We trying to land right there, or we a little far away? So we trying to wait there and shine a spot. That's the Atlanta City skyscraper right here. Come on, Adaeze right now. Hold it right there. Hold it. Hey, hey! Low light! Yes, sir. Justin, my man. Welcome back to Earth and welcome to skydiving. What do you think about that skydive, my man?
I gotta do it again.
What was your favorite part about all of it, man? Let's go ahead and get rid of these.
The jump.
What was your favorite part? You like the jump?
I like
you like the backflip
fall.
out the plane?
That was sweet.
How you like the spins and free fall?
Oh man, that was great too. Man.
You enjoy flying with my man Mikey right there?
I enjoy flying with y'all.
Very nice.
Yeah,
How
bro.
you like flying the parachute by yourself?
Man, that was tight. That was tight.
How about
too.
that view out there? Beautiful sunset, right?
Everything was beautiful.
Welcome to skydiving, my man. I enjoyed jumping with you, Justin. Thank you so much.
check in after. Ooh.